Hey guys, this is day number 8 of my Rosa 2 build diary in Torchlight League 10. So just going to jump straight in with a really quick map showcase. This is TM8. It is what I've been farming. Build is feeling a lot more smooth. We have so much more damage, and I think we're just in the part of the build progression now where every small upgrade just feels like a lot. So I will go over that after I've done this this map, but I will do the league mechanic. Hopefully it spawns, because this is actually quite a good layout for it. I'm fortunate that it didn't, but I've only really been running it if it's been on this map or any other good layout maps. We did swap over to Cube from the boss rushing strategy that we were doing. We did hit a kind of jackpot with that. I was doing it a little bit earlier. I've sort of been bouncing between the two, but mainly been doing Cube, and we did actually hit I think it's a precise Aura one, or whatever the Aura support is called, and it sold for 2,500 FE. So that was quite nice. 2,500 FE to play with. I've spent about 1,000 so far on just rolling stuff, and I've got about 1,500 left, but I will go through that in a second. We'll just get this cube out of the way. And what do we hit off this terrible cube? Yeah, 1 FE seems about right. Haven't hit any big juices yet. Had a couple of decent corners that sold for a couple of hundred, but nothing too crazy. Right, so I'll jump over to the dummy. You can see the benchmark DPS. So you can see once we get our ramp underway, we are currently looking at about 45 mil peak, and we are looking at about 35 mil sustain there. So not too bad. We've got up about 10 times our DPS again, I believe, since yesterday. And yeah, it's looking good. So just general progression stuff now for the build. We have made our way all the way through time mark 8. We've done Traveler 8. I am breaking into Profound. I can do Profound. It is a little bit slow, and it is a little bit rippy. So I think I'm going to hit 98 first before I really start pushing through Profound just for these last points. Still probably quite a way away from Traveler 3, which I haven't actually done before, so we'll see how hard that actually is, but I'm sure it'll be relatively soon. Still got a couple of weeks left before the PoE1 League, so probably going to hit it before then, I imagine. We hit level 97 last night. We're not really dying. Build's still super tanky for the content that I'm doing. We are 67% of the way to 98, so should hit 98 tonight, so that will be quite nice. Right, upgrades. So our memories are complete for now. We have leveled all these to 50. You can see the mods on them aren't too bad. We hit max mana on this. We had a low roll max mana on this. And here we have just attack, block chance, and spell damage. Still a little bit bad, but for now we're probably just going to leave them. I changed the pedigree. So if I just quickly go to talent, I changed the pedigree for a different cheap one. I believe it cost me 38 FE. It was just trade-off for trade-off. This one had max mana on, which was nice, and the other one had minus skill cost, which I don't think affected the build that much because the skill cost isn't consumed, but still, I didn't want that on there just in case it did, so just took that off. I brought the right side ring base, which was this one. And so that is all of our rare bases just ready to be crafted on now. We are slowly upgrading our mana affixes, so we hit T0 here on the ring. We've still got to get this to tier 1 and then tier 0, and then we'll slowly just be upgrading these when we get the embers drop. We went from about 15k to just under 20k mana, as you can see, 19,733 mana there. The prism. I've made a note to talk quickly about the prism. I've actually got I keep going to the wrong thing. I've actually got the prism at the minute here. Now I haven't looked where I could fit it, but this prism is giving us so much mana right now. It might be better to, well, I'm gonna look anyway. I'm gonna look where I can fit this prism in and see if there's any good tech with that, or if there's a better one I can use. But yeah, the prism, as you can see, if I go back to Ronin, it is giving us 20% additional attack damage, and then all of these medium nodes are giving us 4% max mana each point too. So we have a total of 36% max mana from that. So that is really, really nice too. That was a great investment for a really, really cheap price. Got quite a lot of mana out of that. Right, next thing is I upgraded the gloves to a corroded set of gloves. Not the greatest roll, however, compared to the non-corroded version, this added a lot of damage, as expected, because it's scaling our crit strike rate and our crit strike damage at the same time, and that is sort of increasing our damage on two axes at once. And I think it's 1,000 to the non-corroded version compared to 700 for the corroded version. Really skyrocket our damage, as you could see just on the target dummy. So the thing I have been working on since then has been this weapon. I brought the base, I believe. If I bring up the spreadsheet, I believe the base was 200-ish. Yeah, 200 on the dot. And we rolled Shadow Quant on it on the Dream affix. However, it also rolled proj quantity -1. And I'll be honest with you, the damage from before adding this shadow quantity, going from 4 to 5, but also taking away one projectile, it stayed about the same. I was expecting it to go up quite a bit by adding that shadow quantity, but it looks like that projectile quant being -1 is affecting our DPS quite a bit, so I'm going to try and roll that off. Frostspike is a projectile build, obviously, so I do imagine it is affecting our damage quite a bit. And you can just see these are the rest of the rolls on this dagger that we have right now. It's not too bad. It's getting there. It's definitely an upgrade from what we had. So that is what I've been working on. I don't think there's actually been any other changes. I think we rolled Dream Affix on the boots, Dream Affix on the body, just to like a couple of things slightly better. FE wise, we're currently sitting on 1500 FE, and I'm not really sure whether I want to save up about 4k ish for a new Phantom, which would be the weapon amplification one, or if I wanna put it more into the rares that we have. I'm leaning on the rares, however I know it's kind of gambling, right? So we're not guaranteed to get something out of it, whereas with the Phantom, we're guaranteed about another 30% additional damage increase, and we have to get that at some point, right? So I'll probably think about that for a little bit. Another option could be upgrading this Glacier Caster Shield to one with better flat fizz rolls, but gonna have to think about that. I was looking at them earlier. They're between 700 and 900, the ones that I would want to get. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'll bring up the spreadsheet just to double check. Oh, I actually made a new mistake, which I haven't put in. Leaving. Oh, okay, it's on my other account, but it is leaving damage taken as mana before life gear in the crafting bench. So when you're upgrading your gear, don't leave your damage taken as mana before life in the crafting bench, because that will obviously just go straight through to your 1 health and one-shot you. And I've done that about 4 times before I realized what was wrong, and yeah, wasted quite a few revive tokens. Yeah, current investment post mana swap is 2700, but doesn't include stuff like materials, like memory scraps. It's just the item bases. It's probably closer to about 4k, maybe 4.5k. I have a little to-do list here I've added onto the sheet too. So yeah, these are next up. Gonna just scout, see if there's a better prism spot or buy an upgrade, better shield corrode, and just fix our weapon, because I do think that -1 projectile quantity is actually affecting our damage. So I'll take that off, see if the damage goes up, see if I was right, and then we've got definitive answer to that, because I couldn't really find it anywhere. But there you go. That is day 8. So I will see you tomorrow for day 9 and hopefully more massive DPS improvements to the build.